Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place.
Viewers, welcome back this morning to the Tobago Update morning show, and you can see there that live shot shows you of Lower Scarborough. That is just around the vicinity of the Esplanade. Yes, the Esplanade. Just opposite there's the gas station, and you see the traffic is already building up heading west. All right, so we want to encourage you, if you've got to get down to school, that looks like the traffic making its way all the way down to the west. You've got to get out. Now is a good time, a very good time to be on the roads getting out. Just be safe. The roads are a little bit damp and wet, so please be safe on the roads this morning. Well, viewers, we are chatting today with Juliana Henry King, the president of the Past Students Association for TIES. And most of you would remember, well, let me not say most. Some of you would remember TIES, all right? A private school, and the colors were black and white, and they are the Tobago Institute of Education. And this morning she's on the program to chat with us about their Life to Reading and Activity Summer Camp. Good morning and welcome to you, Juliana Henry King. It seems I have to say the entire government.
It seems like it has a rhythm when it's said all out at one time. Yes. Thank you so much for having me on the program this morning.
It's good to have you here with us. Now, remind our viewers, quite recently, your TIES had their reunion. There was a coming together of students.
Yes, well, what happened is not as recent, but what recently took place is after the COVID and the ability to come together again, what we are embarking on presently is what we're calling the rebranding.
Right.
Because the association would have started in 2018. And since then to now, we have been evolving. We went through different changes, phases, but what we continue to do is to stay in line with our vision mission, which is to continue a legacy that the late Lionel P. Mitchell will have started as it relates to affording, availing, and making possible education, sponsors, or sponsorship to young men and women who come from homes of income challenges, but as well as those who have never afforded the ability to excel educationally and with sporting attributes.
Okay, and since that time, I guess with all the rebranding, you're putting yourself back out there, because I think the name TIES has been a bit dormant for some years, and persons may have forgotten because we've concentrated on some of the other schools that are still around.
Yes.
And so we have not mentioned TIES. So now you're putting TIES back out into the public
right.
space.
We want to create a brand. We want the Tobago Institute of Education, Past Students Association, to become a brand as it relates to education and sports, because that is what the foundation of our school was. A lot of us who are great contributors to this nation, Trinidad and Tobago, and internationally, came from that school, where in those days in Tobago did not have all the secondary school that it has now.
No.
And it was a paying secondary school, but the children who went there, some came through scholarship programs, some came there as from the principal recognizing the parent can't afford, and they send them there. Some
giving them that opportunity.
That's right. Some came through the only available, one of the available private schools, and you went there, because I went there, and I was there until the school closed in 1991. So what happened is we want Tobago Institute of Education to become a brand in the present scheme or the present space as it relates to education, because today, how many years later, the reason that school started still exists. We have a lot of literacy challenges in Tobago, and they are now becoming more wider in scope. So we really need for the Past Students Association to be a living brand in the educational and sporting space in Tobago.
And so you plan on doing that through the Life to Reading and Activity Summer Camp. Tell us about that.
Yes, that is our first camp as an association. That camp actually is going to be used as a data collection tool. It's not just a summer camp as we know summer camp to be. What we have recognized is that there are a lot of learning disabilities that parents are either oblivious to, not realizing, or if they do, they don't know where and how to treat with it. And the parents are enshrining their children in the present educational space, but their children are still having challenges to cope and to keep up. So what we have decided as an association is to use this camp as a data collection tool to start the process, because one of our greatest mission is to open or reopen a private secondary school with different elements to it, from primary come right up, to treat with those children that just cannot fit in to what we call, quote unquote, the normal space of education in the school, because these challenges are real and they're getting more and more diverse. So this camp really is to be used as a data collection tool. We are using reading as the foundation for acting, for choral speaking, for writing, rewriting. We want to see children's capability, imagination, the ability to read, to spell, to blend their words, to sound. We're using that to understand what we're working with. Because consulting with the experts in this field of these whole different learning challenges, they said we have taken up a monster, meaning it's not just a hit and run agenda or hit and run mission. This is the start. We need to know what we have to deal with. So this camp, we are going to use it to get data. Also, the aspect of the art, we have partnered with a young woman who has an organization called Wishlist. That organization is a private business that deals with graphic designing on cups, on jerseys, on hats. We don't just want to do the normal art and craft. We want to embark on different types of artwork that can usher young people into the whole idea of wanting to become businessmen and women in the field, not just to occupy their time in the camp. This, honestly speaking, is not going to be a daycare camp. It's not going to be a daycare camp.
That's right.
It's going to be a camp that's going to produce results for parents who really want to charter their children down a pathway of productivity and progress.
When is the camp due to start and where will it be held?
Okay, it's due to start on the 11th of July to the 5th of August. We're doing it for 1 month.
Right.
And we're going to divide it into 2 phases, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, because we're dealing with 2 different age groups. It's going to be at the Signal Hill Youth Center. And we have on board young men and women who would have been excelling in the sporting arena, who's going to assist us in terms of the sporting activities. And the cost for that camp is $600 for the 2 weeks, and that cost will take care of registration, which takes place on the 7th of July at the Signal Hill Youth Center. And it will also offset refreshments as well as some of the material that the graphic designer Wishlist would like the parents to have. That cost will take care of some of it. Because we really want to make it affordable, but we also want it to be used for the real mission of starting the process of making available avenues for parents, for their children to excel with learning disabilities or learning challenges.
Now, you expect this to be a success?
I have no doubt about it. I make no room for it.
Right.
Other than that.
Then what happens after that? What happens?
What happens is that we continue out of the information we gather. Now we go to the next phase, because we don't want it to be one-hit wonders. We don't want it to just wait another 12 months for us to attend to it. When we get the data from this camp, what we're going to be doing now is going to the next phase of treating with the next gen, because that data will tell us where we have to focus more on. When we get that information, those we are consulting with will guide us through the process. Because again, we now would have to speak to the parents on the findings, and then we will guide them. And if necessary, we would want them to work with us to help them to find the solution.
Okay. How can business contact you for more information?
Well, they can contact me at 363-7333, or they can contact our Vice President, Mr. Luster Trim, 684-3655. Those are the 2 numbers they can contact us at. And we really want the support, because we are, as we would have said in our last interview on this program, thank God for Tobago Updates, we would have spoken about adopting Lansbury Primary School as our pilot project. And part of the proceeds of this is going to be used to assist the school.
How are you planning on assisting the school? Is it infrastructure?
Well, what is happening, we would have spoken to the principal of the school. And one of the things we recognize is that most of the parents of that school are parents who are of low income status. So what we're going to do is embark upon giving vouchers, because it's coming to the end of the school term where parents don't have to get their finances together for books. So we're going to assist some of the children in that arena, as well as in terms of foodstuff, because it is our pilot project. It's our concern, the Lansbury Primary School.
Okay, well, thank you so much for chatting with us this morning.
Thank you for having
just
us.
remind us very quickly here, it's coming up on from the 6th.
The registration's on the 7th. It begins on the 11th of July, ends on the 5th of August, and it's at the Signal Hill Youth Center, and it's going to be a grand time. We also want to provide simple refreshments because we really want it not to be about making a profit. It's about creating an avenue of giving back.
All right. Giving back to Tobago's children. But thank you so much for chatting with us this morning, Juliana Henry King. I tell you, there's just a rhythm to saying the entire name. Juliana Henry King, President of the Past Students Association for the Tobago Institute of Education Ties. And you see there, she's in her black and white. And those are the colors associated with the Ties School.
Yes,
it was white shirt.
And black pants.
Black pants, that's right.
And the principal was a stickler for uniform, and it's a beautiful color.
Yeah,
it stands out.
That's right.
Yes.
So thank you so much for joining us. Viewers, lots more coming up this morning on the Tobago Updates Morning Show. So share the live, share the live, share the live.